So today we're going to talk about how to add a picture to a WordPress post. And the first thing you need to do is you need to be organized. Whenever you're putting a picture or grabbing a picture, you want to make sure that you are organized, that you put all your pictures in the same place. So in this particular case, I've made a Toastmasters folder, and even better than that, I've actually made a Toastmasters pictures folder. So I put all my pictures that relate to Toastmasters in that particular folder. So the next time I want to make a post, I'll know where everything is. And the second thing you need to do is you need to edit that picture before you even think about going on to WordPress. And there are a number of different programs you can use. You can use Photoshop or a program like that. In this particular case, we're going to use a program. It's free. It's called Photopea, PHOTOPEA.com. And it's actually very good. It's very close to Photoshop. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Open. We are going to select our file. And again, look, it's in the Toastmasters picture folder. And we are going to click on Open. And the first thing you see here is the picture needs to be rotated. And so in this particular program, you go to Image, Transform, and we're just going to rotate 90 degrees. Sometimes when you use a smartphone, you might have this particular problem. The next thing you want to do is crop the picture. So we're going to select the crop tool, and we're just going to make sort of a basic crop here. And you usually can adjust this later on, and then you click on the little check mark. So there's a picture that we sort of want. If you need to adjust it, again, you click on Image, Adjustments, Brightness, and Contrast. There's a lot of different things you can do, but we're not going to do much. We're just going to brighten this up a little bit, and we'll say OK. The next thing you need to do is you need to make this the right size. Most of the pictures that we take these days, either with a camera or with your phone, are very large files. And WordPress is free for up to 3 gigabytes, but if you start putting large photos on those sites, you're basically going to run out of space and you're going to have to start paying a monthly charge. So I try to get the pictures down to about 600 pixels or less. So we're just going to go to Image Size, and we're going to change the width to 600. And click on OK. You'll see that this Keep Aspect Ratio is checked. Say OK here. And the picture gets a little bit smaller. If you want to see it larger, usually you can hit Control 0, and that can enlarge the picture. Now, at this point, we are pretty close to saving the picture, so we'll just go up to File. Usually it says Save As, but in this program it says Export As JPEG. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to reduce the quality down to about a 30 and hit Save. And by doing that, you can reduce the size. We're going to rename the picture. You don't want to overwrite your original picture. So we're just going to change this to a -600. So that tells me that this picture is a 600 megapixel file. Or click on Save. And so actually, if you look in the folder, you can see that you've got the all right, so we have to go back up to our folder. There we go. Toastmaster Pictures. So this is actually a good case. So I actually put it in the wrong folder. So let's do that again. That's easy to fix. So we're going to go to File, Export as JPEG. and we're going to say save. And again, we need to make sure, see, in this case, they put it in the video file, which I have no idea why they did that, but they did. So we're going to go to the Toastmaster Pictures, and we're going to save it in this particular folder. And we're going to click on -600. So again, this is another good reason to be organized. You have to think about what you're doing. So if you look in that particular folder, you'll see the two files, and you'll see one is 1.4 megabytes and one is 29 kilobytes. So this is much, much smaller than the original file. And if you keep doing this, you can keep using WordPress for a long, long time and not have to worry about having to pay a monthly charge. So let's go back to our South County Toastmasters site. And we're going to click on My Sites, and we're just going to say Blog Post Add. So we're going to add a new blog post, and this is just basically going to show you how to add a picture onto it. And we're just going to call the title Test, and we'll have a little text we're going to put in here. And at this point, we can add the picture. But before you do that, you want to put the cursor where you want the picture. Do you want the picture at the beginning? Do you want it after all the text? You have to decide where you want the picture. I normally put the picture right up front since I want to attract people's attention and show them what's important. That people have more of a tendency to look at a picture first. If they have a whole bunch of text before the picture, they're probably not going to read it. So we're going to put the cursor right at the beginning of the text. We're going to click on the plus sign and add, and we'll click on media, and we'll say add new. So now we're going to go back to our folder. We're in the right folder. We're going to click on the 600 picture. We know that's the small one, and we'll say open. And we're just going to say insert. So this puts the picture right in front of the post. You can actually, at this point, if you click on it, there are little handles on the sides. Usually top right is where I do it. You can actually reduce the size of the picture a little bit. You can also change the alignment with these buttons. I'm going to put the alignment left here, so that your text can actually run down this side. Again, it could be center, it could be right. It's all up to you. And so basically we have our picture in there. We're going to click outside. One of the things you need to do also, of course, is to change the category and make sure that it goes with the picture that you're putting in there. But basically there's only a couple other steps after that. So just to preview it, make sure it looks right. If it does, then you can actually click on the Publish button, and you are done.